Once upon a time.
In the opulent royal palace gardens, the emperor surveys a sea of servants presenting bolts of exquisite fabric. Sunlight dances across the shimmering silks and brocades, yet the emperor's expression remains stern. The air crackles with anticipation, but the emperor is unimpressed by the offerings. The emperor breaks the silence with a sharp declaration. None of these are exceptional enough. His dissatisfaction hangs heavy in the air, casting a shadow over the vibrant display. The emperor sits on his ornate throne, a mask of boredom etched across his face. Around him, courtiers weave a tapestry of flattery, their words dripping with insincerity. The throne room atmosphere becomes heavy with false praise, a suffocating cloud of deceit. The emperor remains unmoved, his eyes distant as he endures the suffocating charade. Under the vast sky, the city gates loom, promising both entry and mystery to those who approach. Two weavers arrive, pushing a creaky cart laden with spools and disassembled looms, their faces etched with the dust of long roads. Weaver 1 steps forward, his voice ringing with confidence. "Greetings. We are masters of a unique and wondrous craft, here to offer our services to the city." Weaver 2 nods in agreement, his eyes gleaming with ambition. "Indeed. Prepare to witness artistry unlike any you have ever seen." The gods exchange skeptical glances, intrigued by the weaver's bold claim. The creaky cart, a silent testament to their journey, awaits its unveiling before the city. Sunlight floods the royal weaving room as the weavers prepare their looms with meticulous care. With theatrical flair, they begin their elaborate weaving, hands dancing in intricate patterns. Their movements are grand and sweeping, full of pomp and show. Yet, despite their efforts, no actual fabric emerges from the looms. The illusion of industry masks the emptiness of their craft. Inside the opulent chambers of the royal palace, anticipation fills the air as the emperor's eagerness becomes increasingly palpable. The emperor's restless movements echo his growing impatience, each step measured with anticipation. With a sharp gesture, the emperor urgently summons his most trusted minister, his expectations rising with each passing moment. The emperor's voice cuts through the silence. "Go and check on the weavers. I want to know the progress." The emperor awaits news, his chamber filled with silent anticipation, the fate of his vision hanging in the balance. The minister's footsteps break the silence of the royal weaving room, sunlight illuminating the looms. The weavers stand before their looms, hands moving with practiced ease, working on their task. "Behold, minister, is it not the most exquisite fabric you have ever laid eyes upon?" the weavers proclaim, their faces alight with pride. "Ah, yes, quite. Exquisite, truly remarkable work," the minister responds, beads of sweat betraying his unease. In the emperor's chambers, the minister's voice brims with exhilaration as he stands before the emperor. "Your Majesty, the fabric is more exquisite than words can describe. Its beauty is unparalleled." The emperor listens, his lips curving into a smile. Yet, a shadow of suspicion flickers across the emperor's face. In the heart of the royal palace, the emperor strides into the weaving room, his regal presence commanding attention. The weavers, with dramatic flair, gesture towards the empty looms, their movements a dance of anticipation. "Behold, Your Majesty," the weavers exclaim. "The fabric of dreams, woven with threads of pure sunlight. Its colors shift with the tides of the moon." They continue, a symphony of hues unseen by mortal eyes. "The patterns dance and shimmer," they declare, telling tales of ancient heroes and forgotten gods. The emperor observes the empty looms, his expression a mixture of intrigue and skepticism. In the royal weaving room, courtiers gather before an empty loom, their expressions a mix of anticipation and practiced reverence. The shimmer. It's unlike anything I've ever seen, a courtier proclaims, gesturing dramatically. Another adds, such intricate detail. The patterns are simply breathtaking, their face etched with feigned admiration. The emperor, forcing a smile, echoes, indeed, magnificent, though his eyes betray a hint of weariness. In the royal weaving room, the emperor approaches the area where his finished suit should be. Two weavers, cloaked in false humility, flank him, ready to assist. With theatrical gestures, they begin to dress the emperor in nothing. The emperor, now adorned, studies his reflection, his face a mask of manufactured admiration. In the opulent emperor's chambers, the emperor prepares for his parade. Lost in admiration of his reflection, he strides confidently, believing himself adorned in the most magnificent suit ever conceived. The emperor pauses, striking a pose before the mirror, completely convinced of his impeccable attire. Lost in delusion, the emperor continues his parade walk, oblivious to his nakedness. Under a vast indifferent sky, a grand parade begins, its splendor a stark contrast to the silent awe of the assembled crowd. The emperor strides forward, each step measured and deliberate, embodying absolute authority. Courtiers surround him, their insincere flattery a constant hum in the air. The crowd watches, their silence a heavy blanket over the spectacle. Bewilderment flickers across their faces, a silent question hanging in the air. The emperor continues, oblivious or indifferent to the silent judgment of his people. A tangible unease blankets the city streets. Small groups gather, voices barely above a whisper, exchanging apprehensive glances. Confusion and discomfort manifest in their every movement, their body language betraying a shared anxiety. Fear of ridicule silences the masses, a heavy cloud of unspoken dread hanging over the city. The weight of unspoken fears presses down on them, their expressions mirroring a deep-seated unease. In hushed tones they communicate, their eyes betraying the terror that grips their hearts. Amidst the bustling city streets, a sea of faces parts, revealing a solitary child standing at the forefront of the crowd. Innocence shines in the child's eyes as their unwavering gaze locks onto the distant figure of the emperor. The emperor is the center of attention. The child stares at the emperor. A vibrant city street bursts with life. Merchants hawk their wares, and nobles stride with purpose. In the midst of the crowd, a child tugs insistently on his mother's sleeve, his eyes wide with innocent wonder. The child points a small finger, his gaze locked onto a sight that defies comprehension. The emperor parades regally down the street, oblivious to the whispers and stares of the crowd. With a voice ringing with innocent disbelief, the child exclaims, "But he isn't wearing anything at all." The crowd murmurs, a mix of shock and amusement rippling through them. A tense silence hangs heavy in the air, the expectation palpable among the gathered crowd. The child's innocent words cut through the tension, acting as the catalyst for an unexpected shift. A collective gasp ripples through the crowd, breaking the strained quiet. The initial confusion gradually melts away, replaced by murmurs of amusement that spread like wildfire. Laughter erupts, echoing through the city streets, a symphony of relief and joy. The emperor parades through the city streets, an aura of power surrounding him. A sudden wave of laughter from the common folk pierces the emperor's self-importance. The sound hits him, the laughter of the ordinary people. A wave of realization washes over the emperor as he begins to understand the ridicule. He freezes, the laughter echoing in his ears, the truth of his folly now undeniable. The emperor's face flushes crimson, a mask of humiliation and rage. The weaver's cart rumbles down the street, their escape masked by the bustling city. Their deception revealed, the weavers vanish into the anonymity of the crowd. The cartwheels spin, a frantic rhythm against the city's heartbeat, as they disappear. With each turn of the wheel, their past fades, swallowed by the city's vastness. In the grand throne room of the royal palace, the emperor sits, his defeated posture betraying the weight of his shame. His once proud demeanor is now replaced by an aura of humiliation. He avoids the eyes of his court, his gaze fixed on the cold stone floor. A shadow of his former self, the emperor is stripped of his regal bearing. In the grand throne room, the minister shuffles forward, his steps echoing on the cold marble. He bows deeply before the emperor, his face a mask of worry and respect. The minister begins, his voice low and hesitant. "Your Majesty, please allow me to offer some words of comfort." The emperor remains silent, his expression unreadable as he listens to the minister's words. The throne room hangs in tense anticipation, the fate of the kingdom suspended in the balance. In the heart of the royal palace, the emperor sits alone, the weight of his crown mirroring the burden in his heart. Shadows play across the opulent chamber, reflecting the inner turmoil tormenting the emperor. With a weary hand, he touches his face, the flickering candlelight revealing the deep lines etched by regret. Staring into the abyss, the emperor finally grasps the profound importance of honesty and humility. Under the vast sky, the emperor appears on a makeshift stage, his crown reflecting the sunlight. Before him lies a sea of faces, their expressions a mixture of anticipation and unease. His voice, amplified by unseen forces, echoes through the city as he begins. "My people, I stand before you today not as your infallible ruler, but as a man who has erred." He continues, admitting, "I have been blinded by vanity, consumed by a desire for admiration that has led me astray." In a moment of profound humility, he declares, "For this, I offer my sincerest apologies." He pleads with his people, "I ask for your forgiveness, not because I deserve it, but because I pledge to earn it through my actions." The emperor stands tall on a decorated platform, his presence commanding the attention of the crowded city streets. His voice booms, resonating with the promise of new policies designed to uplift the kingdom through honesty and integrity. Hope ignites in the hearts of the people, their faces reflecting a renewed trust and admiration for their leader. Thunderous applause erupts, a powerful symphony of gratitude and optimism echoing through the city. The royal palace's weaving room transforms into a vibrant workshop, filled with the rhythmic sounds of creation. Sunlight streams through the tall windows, illuminating the colorful array of threads and fabrics. Each artisan meticulously crafts practical and beautiful textiles, their faces etched with concentration. The air buzzes with the energy of dedicated craftsmanship, a testament to honest labor. The room becomes a symphony of weaving shuttles and spinning wheels, echoing the palace's renewed purpose. A palpable sense of pride fills the room as the artisans create textiles that blend practicality with artistry. In the serene royal palace gardens, the emperor, now free from royal vanity, walks peacefully among his kingdom. He pauses, his expression reflecting genuine joy and humility. With heartfelt warmth, he greets his people, their faces lighting up at his approach. His gentle demeanor and kind eyes radiate genuine sincerity. The emperor's smile is beaming, as if a great weight has finally been lifted.